Hridila K, first year PG student, Pioneer College. Postcard from Kashmir. Agha Shahid Ali. Kashmir shrinks into my mailbox, my home a neat 4 by 6 inches. I always loved neatness. Now I hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. This is home, and this the closest I will ever be to home. When I return, the colors won't be so brilliant. The Jhelum's waters so clean, so ultramarine. My love so overexposed. And my memory will be a little out of focus in it, a giant negative, black and white, still undeveloped. About the author and poem. Agha Shahid Ali, 1949 2001, was born to Agha Ashraf Ali, a renowned educationist of Jammu and Kashmir. His grandmother was also an educationist. Shahid Ali took up teaching positions in India and the US after completing his masters in fine arts. His brilliant career as a poet was matched by his achievements in translation. Urdu poet Faiz Ahmad Faiz. Ali excelled as an editor and compiler of English ghazals also. All these creative endeavors opened up ways for him to reconnect with his home, Kashmir, and India. Ali's poetry assimilates some of the features of Begum Akhtar's music, of which he was an ardent admirer. His poem on her death, in memory of Begum Akhtar, was widely appreciated by music lovers. Read this comment by critic Bruce King on the poet. Ali's poetry swirls around insecurity and obsessions with memory, death, history, family ancestors, nostalgia for a past he never knew, dreams, Hindu ceremonies, friendships, and self consciousness about being a poet. Postcard from Kashmir is the opening piece of the collection, The Half Inch Himalayas, and it is dedicated to Pavan Sahgal, a Kashmir friend. The half title page of the book carries a thought provoking line from Virginia Woolf. Wherever I seat myself, I die in exile. It epitomizes his favorite themes memory, migration, and its imaginary resolution, poetically rendered in the postcard poem. It is a 14-line diasporic poem structured into 4 stanzas of differing length. The poet draws on the language of photography to suggest the radical difference of actual presence, imagination, memory, and the image of Kashmir and the Himalayas. The postcard or the image is attenuated, reduced in details, but at the same time is one way of reconnecting to the land from a distance and so welcome. The displacement narrative in the poem acquires political dimensions in the context of religious and right wing nationalism in the post colonial context. Glossary. Neat. Cut to the standard size, attractive form and shape. Neat 4 by 6 inches. Size of the postcard from Kashmir. It is of reduced size, fits the mailbox. Also signifies a loss of details and quality. The half-inch Himalayas. Picture in the postcard held in hand. This is home. His lost homeland. Lost irrecoverably reclaimable only through reliving memories, images. This the closest, getting closer to his land through images, imagination, the postcard or half-inch Kashmir, ultramarine, deep blue color of the sea, overexposed, blurred by too much light, romanticized or glorified. Jhelum, river that flows through Kashmir, return, contrasts the real and the imagined Kashmir. The real Kashmir is not so bold in colors. The Jhelum's waters not so clean and deep blue. His love of Kashmir is not so overexposed, only moderate, not glorified or idealized. Memory, little out of focus, in it a giant negative, black and white, still underdeveloped. Answer in 2 or 3 lines. First question, explain the context of the poem. Second question, how does the poet try to reconnect to Kashmir? Third question, what are the geographical markers in the poem? Fourth question, comment on the irony in half-inch Himalayas. Fifth question, how closest can he be to home? Why? Sixth question, what will be his native land like in real view? Seventh question, how does Kashmir appear in imagination? Eighth question, how is the memory of Kashmir described? Ninth question, comment on the title Postcard from Kashmir. 10th question, why did the poet use words associated with photography? Answer in 80 to 100 words. First question, how does the postcard function in the poem? Second question, explain how the poet attempts to go beyond nostalgia. Third question, discuss the function of photography, related words and phrases in the poem. Answer in 200 to 50 words. First question, Shahid Ali's encounter with Kashmir of the past, present, future through the postcard. Second question, write an essay highlighting the aesthetic and political significance of the postcard from Kashmir. Third question, the postcard from Kashmir addresses the agonies of living a displaced life. Elaborate. Fourth question, discuss how Agha Shahid Ali transforms an ordinary postcard into an extraordinary aesthetic device for articulating the agony of displacement. Read, relate and write. First question, the poem has 14 lines, but it does not conform to any other feature of a traditional sonnet like octave or sestet or rhyme pattern. Consider it as a divergent form of sonnet in form and theme. Write how it conforms and deviates from the conventional form and with what results. Second question, a poem may acquire a new lease of life with new meanings when the particular culture it is associated with faces challenges. T.M. Krishna, the distinguished vocalist, recited the poem in the context of the new developments in Kashmir. Third question, the Black Civil Rights Movement has produced poems of resistance. Find out what form or genre has been adapted for this, taking Langston Hughes as examples. Language matters. First one, pick the rhyming lines, mark the pattern and write how the rhyme goes with the movement of the poem. Second one, make a list of the internal rhyming words and describe their function in the poem. Third one, there are words, references, and objects that may help the reader to locate the period to which the poem belongs. Explore, find out, and write a short note.